3, 2, 1, roll the footage. Welcome back, everybody, to the Strategy Sprints podcast. I'm your host, Simon Severino. And today, my guest is a former Fortune 50 executive turned lifestyle mentor for entrepreneurs and influencers on the rise. She provides coaching to help entrepreneurs dramatically simplify their business and life, yet still make extraordinary profits. Erica is the creator of the Paid for Your Presence method, mentorship, and now an all-new masterclass. Welcome, everybody, Erica Duran.
Hey, thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
So cool to have you here, Erica. And tell us, what are you currently creating?
Yeah, well, the past year I've been fleshing out this masterclass. I ran it live several times last year, every month, and now I'm releasing it next Monday, March 8th, on as a like more of an evergreen masterclass with still having Q&A and live help. And it's called Paid for Your Presence. And that might sound kind of ego or diva-like, but it's really about streamlining your business, everything in it, so that you have more energy to do more high-level one-to-one work with people and attract a higher end client. So because you are so present and so high touch and you're not distracted and everything's in its place and there's just nothing to stress or worry about. So therefore you can put all your energy into your content or your clients or your sales, really.
That sounds great. Who is this for?
It's mostly for I would say the author, speaker, influencer type, but I've actually, the first day of the masterclass, I go through about 20 years of all of my past careers in corporate and all of my past businesses for the past 20 years, where this method has worked in an economic crisis, during 9/11, during health crisis. It works in any kind of market environment. And I kind of proved to them on the first day of the class that it works for everyone from pest control to a lawyer to a coach. It can work for anyone, really, as long as you adapt it a little bit.
What I particularly like is when somebody creates something live and then it evolves and evolves and it gets better and better every week. And then after years, it's a work of art. And this is how you created this. Can you tell us a little bit about the evolution of it?
Yeah, and I love it because it's putting in all of my past careers and businesses. Like, I was a certified professional organizer and time management expert, and that is a big chunk of this. So I love that it's putting together all the things from me working at Disney to being a business coach, like all the spectrum. I actually created it I put it all together. It's been evolving for the 20 years, like I said, but I put it together last year when I had COVID. And I didn't have the energy to do my normal business or work or anything. So I had a lot of reflection time, as we all did in quarantine. We had a lot of reflection time. And I was thinking, what have I done in the past that has always worked? Because I know a lot of entrepreneurs and even my clients at that time during the lockdown were really afraid about their business. And I was like, what always worked? Like, in the middle of the housing crash, and I was in real estate then, in the middle of 9/11, and I was in the travel industry then, like what kept us afloat all these times? And that was this event/experience method that I came up with.
Cool. I am so curious who you choose for the strategy award after one word from our spot.
Hey, if you love what you are hearing, you will love our free masterclasses. Go grab them at strategysprints.com.
Of all the people, who do you pick for the strategy award?
Yeah, someone that's just top of mind right now, maybe because I'm in Florida or not, but I'm just going to say Ron DeSantis, our governor. He is really fighting a higher fight right now, and he is not backing down or being afraid, and when a lot of people are hiding. So
beautiful. And what are the 3 books that shaped you most?
Yeah, I'll list them first, and if you want to dive into them, 4-hour work week, Your Money or Your Life, and Game of Thrones.
Ah, Your Money or Your Life. What is it about?
Yeah, it's a book I read while I was still in corporate, and it really opened my eyes to the time versus money that I was stuck in. And plus it goes through line by line, everything you have to pay for to own a job. So dry cleaning, gas, lunch money, like all the things you need to own a job. And I was like, oh my God, if I just stayed home, I would like maybe be better off.
Yeah, it's funny. We choose something where then that at the end can make us happy and peaceful, but we could start with being peaceful, right?
Right, totally.
And it's also this conundrum of people that think that they have to work for time and exchange time for money, which
Right.
is a big mistake that I also was thinking for 35 years of my life.
Yeah, and entrepreneurs are guilty of overworking even more than people in corporate jobs or regular, 9 to 5 jobs. And so over this past year too, if you like evolution stories, the paid for your presence method has evolved from having a lot of batching aspects of time management to I've even got it down to a 6-day work month right now. And so we dive into that too in the masterclass, this idea of a 6-day work month. It started with an implementation week every month that was kind of, you can have that week off, or you can accomplish a big project without calls and interviews and things like that. Or it kept evolving. I kept, why do I need to do that on that day? And why do I need to do that on that day? And it evolved to a 6-day work month.
Cool. And it changed my life when I realized that I don't have to equal time with money. I can do something helpful and then use it 100 times, 1,000 times. That was when I started understanding what entrepreneurship really is. And then I started certifying coaches that do my work. And now I create one thing, but it helps 1,000 people, 10,000 people, which is, but it's the same amount of work that I put in. So work is not equal impact or value.
Right. Perfect. That sounds awesome. So you scaled it.
Yeah. And I am so excited. I'm curious what you're excited about looking forward for your business.
Yeah, looking forward. I'm here now in the Margaritaville Resort in Florida, and we're going to be here for a year. And I'm looking forward to having, a beautiful backdrop for all my content and videos, and partnering with them in this relationship, and then hopefully getting another resort lined up for next year.
Cool. What did you recently change your mind about?
The thing that comes to mind is social media. I canceled all of my own social media around this fall. I didn't like the censorship that was going on and things like that. So I took myself out. Plus my accounts, some of them weren't really working properly. I don't know if I was shadow banned or what, but they just weren't working properly technically. And so I just got off all of them. And now I'm coming back, but I'm coming back on instead of the main 4 or 5. So I think that seeing that you do need more voices out there and different opinions, that I'm not personally going to be reposting everything to 30 platforms, but it's going to be like a bigger effort on social media than I've done before. So I'm happy to be back with clean, fresh accounts starting over.
If we can give a small exercise or idea that people could do listening to this to simplify their business, what is one thing that they could do?
Yeah, I go over this a lot, and that is, if you stripped your business down, took absolutely every task off except for one-to-one outreach, you could have a $10,000, $20,000, $50,000 a month business in just a few weeks if you would just do that scary thing of the one-to-one outreach that like real salespeople do in corporate. Like, and no one does it because they're afraid to come across salesy and pushy. And it doesn't have to be that way. I built my business on one-to-one conversations in the beginning when I left corporate.
So one-to-one conversations, cool. And how do you currently acquire your customers?
Yeah, a lot of it's referral, and most of my clients came from my old podcast, which is now archived, and we're coming out with a new one next week. Well, two. We're doing a short form and a long form. So one that's like quick 2-minute tips and one that's a normal site length.
Oh, tell us about your podcasts.
Yeah, it's going to be Paid for Your Presence and Paid for Your Presence Wiki, because Wiki is quick in Hawaiian. So I spent a lot of time there. And one, like I said, one is like 2-minute quick tips, and it's a daily podcast. And then the longer one is going to be probably like a half hour or so. But it's going to be over all things digital nomad, entrepreneurship, simplifying, streamlining, sales, marketing, getting clients, all that kind of stuff.
Cool. Where can people stay in touch with you, read more about you?
Yeah, everything I do is on ericaduran.co, and the concierge page has links to every new social media that we just started.
Cool. Who should be my next guest?
I'm going to nominate my new client, Penny Key. She is going to, I think, revolutionize the health coaching industry with kind of calling out things that everyone else is doing that just don't work. It's like this big myth. So she's going to help a lot of people lose weight and get super healthy. So I'm going to nominate her.
Super cool. Thank you so much, Erica, for being on the show, sharing your wisdom and your journey with us. Please come back soon.
Yeah, I would love to. Thank you so much for having me. I know it's short notice. We just met this week.
So cool. See you soon.
Bye.
Avoid trying to do thousands of things that doesn't work. We have 274 templates for your business success. Reach your ambitious goals with one-on-one sprint coach. We double your revenue and